Hello and welcome to North Myrtle Beach Chiefs basketball here on the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Sports Network. My name is Brandon Biskobing, and I will be bringing you all the action this evening. As first, we have the North Myrtle Beach Lady Chiefs taking on the Carolina Forest Lady Panthers. Once again, my name is Brandon Biskobing, and for the first time in a while, I'm flying solo. No Tyler Kerp this year, unfortunately. Tyler, I'm sure you're listening. It was a pleasure last year. Unfortunately, obviously, our baseball season ended prematurely, but we are here now calling all the I am here now calling all the action for some Lady Chiefs basketball as this program comes into the season following a very good season in the 2019-2020 campaign, in which they made it all the way to the quarterfinals of the SCHSL State Championship playoffs, eventually losing to the champions, the North Augusta Lady Yellow Jackets. And obviously that team was one of the best teams was the best team in the state last season. So the Chiefs, certainly this team has some big shoes to fill, making it all the way to the quarterfinals. But they are going to have to do it without a couple of big names. Two in particular, the Berger twins. They are missing in action. They are gone. They graduated last season. So this team has some big shoes to fill, and that is something that they're going to try to do with a cast of players. Two in particular. Unfortunately, my interview with Coach Smith had some technical difficulties, but I'll just tell you basically what she said. You know, we talked about having to replace the Berger twins, and the two names that are going to be instrumental in that endeavor are going to be Daviana Hatchell, who had a big impact on the team last year, but kind of slid under the radar as a result of the Bergers, while at the same time still playing quite well for the Chiefs. She's going to have to step up big time and fill that role as the primary scorer. And the other player that's going to have to fill is going to have to play up to her level and play much better than she has, than she did last year. Not too much, but obviously needs to take a bigger role on this team is going to be Riley Vincent, who was the three-point specialist last year for the Chiefs, but this year she's going to have to do much more and really be the facilitator and the floor general at the point. Unfortunately for the Chiefs, but also, for the entire girls basketball landscape this season, AAU for boys still went on, but a lot of the girls programs, a lot of the girls teams, and a lot of the girls showcases were canceled as a result of COVID. So the Chiefs, everyone has been limited on their landscape. I think that would be with me, I think. And so as a result of that, they're not going to be, there's not going to really be a competitive advantage, which is a good thing. But at the same time, they are going to need to worry about that. That is going to play an impact. The fact that these players have not played in a competitive game in almost 6 months. well, more than 6 months actually, since February. So that's going to play an impact here. And that's definitely going to be something to keep an eye on, is that court rust, essentially, for both teams. Carolina Forest comes into this game after making it to the first round, making it all the way to the second round of the playoffs last season before losing. And they have already played a couple of games, or actually only played one game thus far. They beat Orangeburg Wilkinson 57-38 in their first game of the season. So they come in after winning a game already, having to face off against these Lady Chiefs. And this is going to be a good one. This is going to be a game that should be competitive. Both of these teams coming in. Chiefs come in after having a 22-4 record last season, 7-3 in region play. And they were ranked in the coaches poll and on Max Preps for the vast majority of the season. They were a very good team last year, but obviously the loss of the Berger twins is going to have a big impact on this team, and it's definitely going to be something that we're going to need to keep an eye on as we go into this matchup. Like I mentioned, the Panthers come into this one. Like I said, these teams have not been able to. They had limited practice. They did not have the same sort of full camp as they've had in the past. Have not had the same sort of off season as they're used to. Weren't able to play AAU outside of a few showcase events, one of which the Prep Girls Hoop Top 150, which both Daviana Hatchell and Riley Vincent were at. So those two getting big accolades throughout the state of South Carolina, and they're gonna have some big shoes to fill. But I feel like they are certainly up for the task. But that's going to be the big thing to watch for this season, is going to be how this team adapts to not having the Berger twins, which they haven't done in years. They played even in middle school. So it's been 6 years since this team has not had the Berger twins. But they are not without a Berger in general, because Jaden Berger, who came on to the varsity squad during the playoffs last season, she will be a big focal point on this team moving forward. So that's a couple of things to look out for, as we are about 2.5 minutes away from starting lineups and tip-off here in the 2020-2021 North Myrtle Beach Chiefs season. And that's another thing I talked to Coach Smith about, was the fact that these basketball teams, while not directly, obviously, but the fact that the football team has played so well this season, making it all the way to the state championship game, which will be played on Saturday, that means that these players, this whole school is expecting success from their sports programs now, and that's something that both of these teams are going to want to fulfill this season. It's going to be a little trickier for the Lady Chiefs, like I mentioned, with them not having their two focal points for the last half a decade. But they're gonna certainly have a good team, a good program. Another thing to take note of, a couple of things to take note of in this 2020-2021 season, as you can probably hear, not as loud. Obviously, the girls don't the girls don't normally get quite as many players, or as many fans rather, coming to the arena one uh, during the season. But this year, because of COVID, a limit on fans. So if you can't make it out to games because of that, don't worry. We've got you covered right here on the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Sports Network. We'll have every single game, both home and away. And the other thing to take note of is, and if you followed the football team, I'm sure you know this, but Region 6 has become a little more crowded this season with both South Florence and West Florence dropping down from 5A to 4A and joining Region 6, while Marlboro County has moved on from 4A to 3A. And so there are now 7 teams in Region 6. We'll step aside now for the starting lineups and national anthem here on the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Sports Network.
Please wear your face mask at all times. This time, it's my honor to present the North Myrtle Beach High School NJROTC Color Guard under the direction of IT Lemon. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask for a moment of silence as we remember, neglect, pay tribute to all the men and women in the armed forces, those who serve throughout the world, our federal, state, and local law enforcement, those who sacrifice their lives every day for our freedom. Also, during this pandemic that we're going through, let us remember all the families of all the victims. At this time, our national anthem. Chiefs. At the guard position, the junior, number 10, Green. At the point guard position, the senior, number 21, Ashanti White. At the point guard position, sophomore, number 22, Riley Dixon. At the guard forward position, the senior, number 24, at the guard position, forward position, 8th grader, number 40, Wesley Green. Head coach of North Beach High School Lady Chiefs coach Brooke Smith Green, assistant coach Allie Carter. Mr. Chris Martin, Mr. Jim Tolman, Mr. Baxter Thomas.
And there you have it. There are your starting lineups for both teams, and we are just about set to kick off, or should I say tip off, the 2020-2021 North Myrtle Beach Chiefs basketball season. We'll go through the starting lineups real quick for you. First, for the Panthers, it'll be number 1, Gabby Giracello. Number 3, Riley Ward. Number 15, Anaya Thompson. Number 21, Allie Niles. As we are underway, Chiefs get the tip-off. They will go left to right. Vincent takes the ball, passes it over to White. White now over to Hatchell. Hatchell takes a 3, no good. Rebounded by Carolina Forest, and a foul will be called. Foul will be called on Adea Vereen. That will be her first, and the Panthers will get the ball. Rounding off the Panthers starting lineups are Allie Niles, number 21, and Kennedy McLean, number 22. And we'll get you the Chiefs offense in just a second as Giracello takes it far side. Whistle is blown, and they'll call it traveling on Giracello. We're going the other way, Chiefs ball. Vereen to inbound it. Vincent gets the ball, and she'll bring it up over the half-court line. Passes it over to White, now over to Vereen. Vereen over to Vereen. Vereen passes it across court over to White. White over to Vincent. Vincent now over to Vereen. Vereen bringing it to the near side wing, now passes it to Vincent. Vincent dribbling it back over to the North logo. Now to Vereen. Vereen passes it to Vincent. Vincent bounce pass to Vereen, and there's a traveling violation on Vincent, and we're going the other way. Still no score here with just over a minute coming off the clock. Passes it up the court, inside, lay in, good. That will be Allie Niles who puts the first points. Kennedy McLean who will put the first points on the board. Vincent takes a 3-ball from the far side wing, no good. Offensive rebound, though, by Vereen. Vereen puts it back up, also no good. Hatchell gets the offensive rebound, no good either. Bounced off the rim a couple of times and rims out. Now back in transition, go the Panthers. Thought about passing it inside, now brings it back out, does Giracello. Niles with the ball at the point. She brings it. Now passes it inside. Nice dump in, but now they'll kick it back out. Now Giracello will reset at the half-court line. Over far side to Ward. Ward now to Thompson. Thompson back over to Giracello. Giracello at the near side wing. Looking, trying to get inside. Now does to McLean. McLean now hands it back off to Giracello. She'll drive. Try to lay it in, but no dice, but will draw the foul as the ref gets bumped in the head with the ball in the process. That'll be on Vereen. That'll be her second already. They will not count it as a shooting foul, So they inbound it. Giracello tried to get it to Niles, but it's tipped out of bounds by Hatchell. It'll remain Panther ball. Carolina Forest keeping possession for a good bit of time here. Running out the clock, and now almost losing it, and Ward does step out of bounds, and it will be Chief ball. Ward just cannot handle the pass by Thompson, and the Chiefs get the ball right back. White now passes it over to Hatchell, now to Vereen. Vereen at the point. Passes inside. Adea Vereen tries to put up a shot, but it completely misses everything and airballs, but she's able to save it. Vincent now over to White. Ashanti White puts it up and in. And that's the first points on the board for the Chiefs. It's a 2-2 ball game. 5 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Tried to pass it out. Now kicks it out. Now inside. And McLean tried to put it up, but no good. And they will call it jump ball. Possession arrow will favor the Panthers. Giracello did inbound it from the baseline. Inside to Thompson. Thompson now kicks it back out to Giracello. It's stolen by Vereen. Vereen slowly pushing it up. Now kicks it out to Vincent. Now back over to Vereen. And it will go out of bounds. They will say it was not tipped. So an errant pass by Vincent gives the ball back to Carolina Forest. 4.5 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Still only a 2-2 ball game. Very low scoring to start off this one. Ward with the ball. Now passes it inside and a whistle is blown. Foul will be called on the Chiefs. That will be on Vereen. That's her first. Team's third already. Now, ball moving around the perimeter. 3 ball, no good, too strong. Rebounded by White. White tried to pass it out and almost stolen, but Vincent is able to keep it under control. Hatchell thought about taking a 3, now kicks it back out to Vereen. Hatchell with the 3 ball, rims out off the back iron. Rebounded by Carolina Forest. Giracello kicks it out. 3 ball, no good off back iron by Ward. Offensive rebound, however, by the Panthers. Ward thought about it. Now passes it, but it's stolen by Hatchell. Hatchell pushing it up. Now slows it down, getting a double team, but she's able to get it out to Vincent. Vincent resets at the point, passes over to White. Now to Hatchell at the far side corner. 3 ball, no good. Rebounded by the Panthers, and they've got numbers. Fast break. Giracello drives. No shot attempt, and the ball will go out of bounds off of Giracello, and it will be Chiefs' ball. The Chiefs caught a break on that one. 3:18 left to go in the first quarter. Still a 2-2 game. Vincent bringing the ball up over the timeline. Now Hatchell with it at the North logo. Now back over to Vincent. Vincent dumps it into Hatchell. Hatchell tries to put up a floater, no good. Rebounded by the Panthers. Giracello pushing it, trying to drive. No dice on the shot attempt, but they will call a foul. And that foul will be, actually they will call an offensive foul on Maya Collins, who came in. Actually, I take that back. They will call a foul on the Chiefs. Not sure who the call was on. They didn't announce the number. Tried to pass it inside, but no dice. Hatchell gets the rebound. Now Parker brings it up. Now passes it over to Vincent. Now over to White. White to Berger. Berger back over to Vincent. Vincent will reset. Now kicks it over to Berger. Bounce pass inside to White. Now Vincent with the ball at the point. Vincent over to Hatchell. Inside. 3-ball. Good. Jaden Parker with the 3-ball from the far side corner. That's her first points of her career. And the Chiefs are up 5-2. Now pushing it up, passes it inside and lays it in. Nice pass from Giracello to McLean. And now it's 5-4. Vincent with the ball. Passes it. Now back to Vincent. Vincent takes a 3 of her own from the point. No good. But an offensive rebound. And a whistle is blown. They'll say it went out of bounds before Parker was able to get the ball. So it'll be Panther ball. 5-4 with a minute and a half left to go in the first quarter. Thought about driving. Now kicks it out. Inside. McLean puts a shot up. No good. Rebounded by Berger. Vincent brings the ball slowly up the court. Now White at the point. Berger at the near side wing. Inside, and stolen by Giracello. Almost stolen back by Vincent. And it will go out of bounds. And they will say it went off of Vincent. So the Panthers will inbound it right in front of me at the near side sideline. Now passes inside. McLean now back to Giracello at the point. She'll bring it back to the half court line. Passes it inside. McLean thought about driving, now kicks it out. 3-ball. Good. That'll be Allie Niles who makes the 3-pointer. And it's now 7-5 with 45 seconds left to go in the first quarter. White. Now back over to White. White with a long 3. No good. Offensive rebound, though, and put back by Daviana Hatchell. And the game's all tied up once again at 7. Half a minute left to go in the first quarter. Passes it up the court. Giracello almost lost it. Now she'll try to drive. She loses the ball, but is able to kick it out. And a long 2 by Maya Palmer is good. And the Panthers take a 9-7 lead once again. 5 seconds left to go on the clock. Chiefs will try to get one last shot off. White tries to drive, and she will lose the ball as time expires. And that will be the end of the first quarter. So after one quarter, it's 9-7 Panthers. And this has been a very defensive game thus far. We'll take a quick break and come right back with the second quarter here on the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Sports Network.
Go place for training. Dog training in your home services are designed to make training your dog fun for you and your dog while getting immediate results. All of the dog training in your home training programs are customized to fit your training goals and needs. At Dog Training in Your Home, we are veterinarian recommended and work with any age, any breed of dog. Your first visit is free, so call today. Dog Training in Your Home, 843-360-6033.
Welcome back as we get set for the second quarter here on the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Sports Network. Panthers in the lead by 2, 9-7 over the Chiefs right now. And this has been a very defensive game thus far, with neither team really being able to get much going offensively. Very back and forth thus far. Chiefs will start with possession. not 100% sure why. I thought the Chiefs won the tip, but I guess not. Vincent passes it inside to Hatchell. Hatchell almost gets double teamed, and she does get the ball stolen. Panthers will bring it up slowly. Passes it to the far side wing. Now tried to get it inside. It will be tipped out of bounds. It will remain Carolina Forest ball. They will inbound from the baseline. Garacello will trigger the inbound. Long pass out to the point. Niles with the ball, back over to Garacello. She'll bring it back out to the half-court line. As a D-up chant goes up by the Chiefs bench. That's something that will be different this year, as a nice steal by Vincent. And the Chiefs have the ball once again. Now White at the point. White passes it. Now kick out to Vincent. Vincent, three ball, a little too strong. But a scramble for the ball. It will go off of Destiny Vereen. So it will be Panther ball. 9-7, Panthers in the lead with a little over exactly a minute now coming off the clock here in the second quarter. Garacello slowly brings the ball up the court. Passes it to Thompson. Now over. A long three, a little too strong by Ward. And it's rebounded by the Chiefs. Vincent. White now. Now back over to Vincent. Vincent to Hemingway. Now back over to Vincent. Vincent back over to White. White spins. Now tried a bit of a dribble drive. Now over to Vincent. Vincent around the horn. Over to Hatchell. Tried to pass it inside. The lay-in attempt is no good. And it's rebounded by the Panthers. A layup attempt by the Panthers, no good. And the Chiefs regain possession. Vincent drives, layup, good. And we're all tied up once again with just over 2 minutes coming off the clock. Niles trying to do it herself, driving up the court, tipped by White, and it's finally stolen by Hatchell. Hatchell will now slow the pace down. And now Vincent with the ball. White at the near side wing. Back over to Vincent. Vincent, three ball from the point, no good. Offensive rebound by Hatchell. Put back, good. Excuse me, Destiny Vereen with that offensive rebound and the putback. And now a timeout will be called by the Panthers. Chiefs on a 4-0 run to start off the second quarter. And that's exactly what North Myrtle Beach needs to do if they want to win this game. They need to get the offense going. Well, both of these teams, honestly, need to get the offense going. But the Chiefs especially, and they've been taking a lot of threes to start off, and they haven't really been all that successful thus far with them. They may want to try to put the ball inside into the paint and try to get the easy bucket a little more than they have been thus far. 5:27 left to go in the first half. 11-9 Chiefs in the lead. As the Panthers inbounded, and we are underway once again. Garacello with it at the point. Bringing it far side. Now over to Niles. Niles almost loses the ball. Scramble for the ball is on the court, and it's recovered by the Panthers. Garacello now brings it back to the half-court line. Passes over near side, now inside. Trying to get inside to Garacello, and a whistle will be blown I believe it's going to be a jump ball called. Possession arrow will favor the Panthers. Now Niles tries to put up a shot, but no dice. Rebounded by the Chiefs. Vincent brings it over to the point. Now bringing it far side, kicks it out to White. White now at the point. Almost getting double teamed as Vincent goes from far side to near side in a motion offense. And a timeout will be called by Coach Smith and the Chiefs. And Coach Smith is not very happy with the offensive production thus far. I'd say probably about 40% capacity here this evening. As the PA talks about the state championship bound Chiefs football team. And good luck to them this weekend. But that's going to play an impact in the next game, the boys' game. We'll talk about that more during the boys' game. Right now, the girls are up by 2 with just over 4 minutes left to go. 11-9 as White tried to inbound it, but it's tipped out of bounds. It'll remain Chief ball. Parker to inbound. Passes it to Vincent. Vincent now kicks it out. White brings it far side. Now stutter step. Now over to Hemingway. Hemingway tried to pass it to Bryant, but it will go out of bounds. An errant pass by Hemingway. It'll be Panther ball. 4 minutes left to go in the first half. Niles passes it, now inside, and it's tipped. Scramble for the ball, still in bounds, and the Panthers come up with it, and a whistle is blown. Foul will be called on the Chiefs. That foul will be called on Tiara Bryant. Niles to inbound. Gets it to McLean. McLean almost lost it, and now will go out of bounds. They will say it went off of White. So it will remain Panther ball. McLean to inbound. Now passing it far side. Now back, trying to get inside to McLean. Tipped, but the Panthers retain possession. Now they'll get it to Giracello, who will reset. Passes it over near side. Now inside. McLean tried to put up a shot, no good, but an offensive rebound and put back by Thompson is good. And it's now an 11-all ball game with just over 3 minutes left to go in the half. Vereen puts up a shot from the free throw line, and it goes off the backboard and in. And the Chiefs retake the lead, 13-11 now. And a traveling violation will be called on McLean, and the Chiefs get the ball right back. They're looking to extend this lead. Chiefs trying to get something going. They had a bit of something going to start off the half, or to start off the quarter, but have not been able to get much going since. Vincent passes it to White. White to Vereen. Vereen inside to Berger. Berger tries to pass it inside and passes it to Hatchell, who lays it in. And that'll extend the lead out to 4. A nice defensive effort on the other end. Pass it inside Vereen. Hatchell to Vereen for the easy lay-in. and it's now 17-11. Chiefs on a 6-0 run. And again, the Chiefs almost get the steal, but this time the Panthers are able to retain possession. McLean now over to Giracello. Giracello at the point. She'll drive far side. Now passes over to the far side wing. 3-ball, no good. Rebounded by the Chiefs, and a foul will be called on the Panthers. That'll be called on Mackenzie Wardlow, or excuse me, Maya Palmer, 33. Hatchell inbounds. Vincent with the ball. She'll bring it up over the timeline. Thought about driving now over to Vereen. Vereen will drive near side, passes inside to Hatchell. Hatchell laying good. And now the Chiefs are on an 8-0 run, 19-11 with 1:40 left to go. And a timeout will be called by the Panthers. Chiefs on an 8-0 run after the Panthers tied it up at 11. It's been all Chiefs since then. And this is exactly what the Chiefs needed in this game. They need to get the offense going. The defense has been playing pretty well, but they need to get the offense going. If they want to win this game. As we are just about set to start this off once again. A full court press, and Vincent is able to get the steal. Trying to pass it. Vincent gets the ball off at an errant pass, and she will draw the foul after a missed layup attempt. She gets her own rebound and draws the foul. That foul will be called on Maya Palmer. That'll be her second already. Vincent goes to the line to shoot two. The first free throw is up and good. And that'll extend the lead out to 9, 20-11 with just under a minute and a half left to go in the first half. Second free throw by Vincent is good. She goes 2 of 2, and it's now a 10-point lead. This is by far the biggest lead by any team in this game, and the Chiefs are finally starting to get something going. Almost losing the ball, and a traveling violation will be called on Thompson. So the Chiefs get the ball back once again, trying to extend this lead even further, already up to double digits. 21-11 with a minute left to go. It's knocked out of the hand of Vincent, and a layup attempt by Giracello is no good. Great job by her of knocking the ball out, just punching the ball out, but was not able to finish off the transition lane. Parker tried to take a shot from the low block but missed and was able to get the ball back, but a jump ball was called. Possession arrow will favor the Chiefs. 40 seconds left to go in the first half. A whistle is blown. 5-second violation on the inbound for the Chiefs. So the Panthers get the ball right back. Driving now, trying to pass it inside. Stolen by Vincent. Now driving. Vincent with the long two, and she drains it from the far side corner. 23-11. This has been a 12-0 run for the Chiefs. Trying to pass inside, almost stolen by Hatchell, and finally the Panthers score once again. That time Kennedy McLean with the lay-in after being able to avoid the steal. Hatchell tried to take a long three as the clock expired, but no dice. But that will end the first half with the Chiefs up by 10, 23-13. They were on a 12-2 run to finish off that first half. So we'll take a quick break and come right back with some halftime stats and analysis and get you ready for the second half here on the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Sports Network.
Dog training in your home started in Charlotte, North Carolina in 1989. In 2017, the Columbia office branched out and started serving the Myrtle Beach and surrounding areas. Dog training in your home comes to you. In many cases, your dog's home environment is enabling bad behavior, so the home is the most logical place for training. Dog training in your home services are designed to make training your dog fun for you and your dog while getting immediate results. All of the dog training in your home training programs are customized to fit your training goals and needs. At Dog Training in Your Home, we are veterinarian recommended and work with any age, any breed of dog. Your first visit is free, so call today. Dog Training in Your Home, 843-360-6033.
Welcome back as we are now at halftime. This is the Dog Training in Your Home halftime show. And we've got some halftime stats for you guys. First, we'll go with the Carolina Forest Panthers. Not much to speak of in points for them. Obviously, only scoring 13 points thus far. Anaya Thompson has 2 points. Allie Niles has 3. Kennedy McLean has 2 points as well. Mackenzie Waldron has 4 points. And Maya Palmer rounds it out with 2 points for herself. The Maya Palmer also has 2 fouls already on her, so that's something to keep an eye on going into the second half. For the Chiefs, Adaya Vereen has 4 points and also has 2 fouls, so that's something to keep an eye on. Jaden Parker has 3 points on 1 3-pointer. Riley Vincent has 4 points on a 2-pointer and 2 free throws. Tiara Bryant has 1 personal foul. Daviana Hatchell has 6 points. Jaden Berger has 1 personal foul. Destiny Vereen has 4 points and 1 foul. And Courtney McCarthy has not gone on the court yet. So there are your stats in the first half. And, this game thus far, the main thing to take away thus far, if you're just tuning in, the main thing in this one thus far has been the difference between the first half and the second half, or the first quarter and the second quarter, rather. The first quarter was very slow. Both of these teams just kind of feeling each other out, kind of like I mentioned during the pregame show, getting the court rust off, because these teams haven't played an actual competitive game in over 8 months. And now, actually over 10 months, or over 9 months rather. So they're getting the court rust off, and they're just trying. They were feeling each other out to start off the game in the first quarter, and now in the second quarter, the difference between these two teams really showed, with the Chiefs going on that 12-2 run and taking this big 10-point lead. So that's where we're at right now. Chiefs up 23-13 after a 12-2 run to finish off the first half. And that's what the Chiefs are going to need to continue to do. They're going to need to keep up this run, continue it into the second half if they want to win this game. Up by 10 already. So they are certainly in the driver's seat right now. But especially in basketball, things can change very quickly, as we saw in the second quarter, when just in the last few minutes, it went from a tie ball game to the Chiefs being up by 10, and at one point being up by 12, which is the largest lead in this game thus far. So that's where we're at right now, as we are a little less than half a minute from the beginning of the second half. This has been the Dog Training in Your Home halftime show. And the Chiefs would certainly like to get a win to start off their season, this 2020-21 season. And this is going to be a very different season in a number of different ways. Obviously, with COVID, things are different. And one thing that will be different, and it's going to make things kind of interesting, is going to be the fact that region play is going to happen on a home-and-home basis. So in 1 week, you're going to play a team either at home or on the road, and then you'll play that same team on that same week at the opposite venue. So that's something that will be interesting to see how that impacts games, how that impacts strategy going into region play. And speaking of region, we'll go around the region real quick. Tonight, only a couple of other games going on in Region 6-4A. Darlington is playing Lamar at Darlington. Former Region 16, Marlborough County heads to Hartsville to take on the Red Foxes. And Conway is facing off Myrtle Beach at Myrtle Beach. As we get the second half underway, Chiefs with the ball going right to left. Vereen loses it, and it's stolen by the Panthers. Stolen by Niles. Niles now with the ball near side wing. Thought about passing it inside. Now kicks it out to Giracello. Giracello tries to get it inside to McLean, but it's stolen by White. White now with the ball. Trying to get it to Vincent, but she's getting pressured, and a traveling violation will be called on White, so it will be Panther ball. Niles to inbound right in front of me. She gets it to Giracello. Giracello brings it over the timeline. Now Niles with the ball. Passes it inside to McLean. McLean loses the ball, but recovered by the Panthers. Passing it cross court to Niles. Niles back over to Giracello, far side wing. Now back over to Niles. Niles hands it off to Giracello, near side wing. Passing it inside. McLean tries to put up a runner, no good. Rebounded by Hatchell. Hatchell getting pressured after rebound, but she's able to get it out to Vincent. Vincent hands it off to Hatchell, back to Vincent. Vincent getting some pressure inside to Hatchell. Hatchell to Vereen. Vereen no good on the no good on the first shot, no good on the second shot, but Hatchell is able to get the offensive rebound and the putback, and the Chiefs extend their lead to 12 once again, 25-13. 14-2 run since the second quarter. 3 balls, buckets by Riley Ward from the near side wing, and now it's 25-16. Vincent drive, lay-in, no good. Rebounded by the Panthers. Giracello pushing it up. Thought about driving, now she loses it. Scramble for the ball, still on the floor. Panthers come up with it. Giracello tries to kick it out. Almost lost the ball, but they're able to kick it out. 3 ball off front iron and no good by Niles. And it's rebounded by the Chiefs. Vincent slows the pace down. Now over to White. White to Vereen. Vereen near side wing. Kicks it out to White. White to Vincent. Vincent with the 3 ball from the point. No good off front iron. And it's rebounded by Ward. Ward, long outlet pass. And it's almost stolen, but the Panthers are able to retain possession. Inside, now kick out. Niles, now over to Ward, now inside, now back to Ward. Ward with the shot from the paint. No good, rims out. And it's off. It's rebounded by the Panthers, and a foul is called. They will call the foul on Destiny Vereen. And they'll call it in the act of shooting. So it'll be Kennedy McLean going to the line to shoot 2. First free throw by McLean. No. Oh, rims in. Off the back iron and in. And that'll cut the lead down to 8. 25-17. Chiefs in the lead. Second free throw. No good off back iron. Offensive rebound, though, as McLean is able to get her own rebound. Whistle is blown. Foul is called on the Chiefs. That will be called on Vereen, Adaya Vereen this time. That'll be the team's second in the second half as Vereen is taken out of the ball game. They'll pass in, and it's stolen by White. She looked like she would have an open lane, but now it's stolen again by Giracello. Giracello will push in, lay in, no good, but they'll call a foul on Destiny Vereen. So Giracello will go to the line to shoot 2. That's Vereen's third already. So she'll have to keep an eye on things. Giracello's first free throw is off front iron and no good. Rims out. 5 minutes left to go in the third quarter. 25-17, Chiefs up by 8. The second one is also no good. Completely airballs it. And it will go out of bounds. It will be Chiefs ball. Jaden Berger checks in. She'll check in for Vereen, who has 3 fouls on her. White gets the inbound. A slight full court press by the Panthers, but the Chiefs are able to break it, and Vincent brings it over the timeline. Vincent with the far side wing over to Hatchell. Hatchell, long pass cross court to White. White to Parker. She takes a long 2, no good. Offensive rebound by Hatchell, also no good. Another offensive rebound. And a whistle is blown, and a foul will be called on Giracello. That's her second. They will not call it in the act of shooting. So the Chiefs will inbound it from the baseline. Parker to trigger the inbound. Passes it to Hatchell. Hatchell tried to put up a shot. Now tries to pass it. Now Berger with the ball. Kick out. White, 3 ball from the near side corner. No good. Offensive rebound, however, by Parker. Now they'll reset. Parker with the far side wing. Now over to Vincent. Vincent to White. White at the near side wing. Now to Berger. Berger near side corner. Back over to Parker. And they lose it. Panthers take the ball back. Niles to Giracello. Giracello bringing it far side. Now she'll drive, and a whistle is blown. Foul will be called on the Chiefs. That foul will be called on Riley Vincent. That's Riley's first, team's fourth. Inbound from the baseline. McLean gets it to Giracello, far side wing. She'll thought about driving. Now she'll bring it back out and reset at the point. She'll bring it all the way back to the to the half court line. Passes it near side to Thompson. Thompson, stutter step, kick out to Giracello. 3 ball, buckets. That was a college range 3 by Giracello, and it's a 25-20 Chiefs lead. Hatchell brings the near side. Gets double teamed. Kicks it out to Parker. And they will blow a whistle. And they will call traveling on oh no, timeout is called by Coach Smith. 3:07 left to go in the third quarter. Chiefs up by 5. But if Giracello can get going from the perimeter and make those 3-pointers like she just did right there, the Chiefs may be in trouble. First game of the season for the Chiefs. This is the second game of the season for the Panthers after beating Orangeburg Wilkinson 57-38 last week. As we get set to get action underway once again. Vereen will trigger the inbound. Passes it to Hatchell. Hatchell back to Vereen. Vereen to Berger, or Vincent. Vincent, 3 ball from the point, no good. Rebound, almost offensive rebound by White. But Thompson is able to come up with it. Passes it out to Niles. Niles tries to get it inside. And they will say it was an errant pass, was not tipped by a Chief. And it'll go back to North Myrtle Beach. Slight full court press for the Panthers. White, a long pass, a bit too strong by Daviana Hatchell. And it goes over the head of Ashanti White. And it'll go back to Carolina Forest. 2:43 left to go in the third quarter. Chiefs up by 5, 25-20. Garacello brings the ball up over the timeline. Now to Niles. Niles over to the near side corner, and a whistle is blown. Not sure what the call was, but it will remain Carolina Forest ball. Garacello brings it back towards the timeline. Now drives far side, now brings it back out. Passes it inside, and a whistle is blown. And a foul will be called. That'll be called on Jaden Berger. That'll be her second. And a timeout is called by the Panthers. So this has been a much more of a back and forth third quarter, but the Panthers have done a much better job. They are currently on a 7-2 run in this quarter. And like I mentioned, that's not what the Chiefs needed. If they want to stay in the lead, Chiefs did have a 10-point lead at the half, but now it's been condensed down to 5. Panthers inbound from the baseline. Long pass, and stolen by the Chiefs. Vereen will go coast to coast. Hesitated, tried to get the lay-in in, but no good. It will be off of a Panther. It will be off of Garacello. So it will remain Chief ball. Vereen will trigger the inbound from the baseline. Passes it inside to Hatchell, but it will be tipped out of bounds. It will remain Chief ball. That's been something the Chiefs have had trouble with all night, has been getting the ball out of the inbound. Long inbound to Hatchell. Hatchell to Vincent. Vincent will reset at the point. White now bounce pass, now to Vereen. Vereen thought about dumping it inside, but now will kick it out to Vincent. Vincent to White. White to Hatchell. Hatchell inside. Vereen tried to take shoot a floater, but no good. It's rebounded by the Panthers. Garacello pushing into the pace. Floater, no good. Rebounded by Vereen. Vereen will now slow down the pace. Now Vincent. Bringing it far side. Now to White. White near side wing. Now Vereen. Vereen near side wing. Passes it inside to Hatchell. A little floater to Hatchell. And a whistle will be blown. And a foul will be called on the Panthers. That'll be called on Garacello. Destiny Vereen will come back in. She'll replace Tiara Bryant. Vereen will inbound from the baseline, and she'll get stolen by Garacello. A high pass is stolen by Garacello. She'll push up the pace, try to put up a lane, no good. But the offensive rebound and putback by McLean is good. And that'll cut the lead down to 3 now with a minute left to go in the third quarter. Vincent with the ball near side wing. Over to White. White passes to Vereen. Vereen to White. White back over to Vincent. Vincent inside. Hatchell, lay in, good from the low block. Double team now. Vincent comes up with a steal. Tries to get it to White, but it's stolen by Niles. Niles, though, gets it stripped. Now Vereen pushes the pace. Passes inside to White. White loses it, though. And it's stolen by Giracello. Giracello now pushing it up. Now passes it back. Giracello loses it. Takes a floater from the paint. No good. Rebounded by Vereen. And the Chiefs will slow it down. Hatchell, 3-ball from the point. No good off back iron. Rebounded by McLean. Giracello passes it up to Ward. Ward back out to Giracello. Giracello drives. Tries to put up the lay. No good, but a foul will be called on the Chiefs. And she'll go to the line to shoot 2. That will be called on Jaden Parker. Or excuse me, Daviana Hatchell. That will be her first personal. And with 0.1 second left on the clock, Gabby Giracello will go to the line to shoot 2. And that was a very bad foul by Hatchell with 0.1 second left to go. The first free throw is no good off back iron. So the Chiefs may get out of this one unscathed after all. Second free throw by Giracello is also no good. So the Panthers catch a break, and that will be the end of the third quarter. So after 3, it's 27-22, Chiefs up by 5. We'll take a quick break and come right back with the fourth quarter here in the first game, the season opener of the 2020-21 Lady Chiefs season here on the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Sports Network.
Dog training in your home started in Charlotte, North Carolina in 1989. In 2017, the Columbia office branched out and started serving the Myrtle Beach and surrounding areas. Dog training in your home comes to you. In many cases, your dog's home environment is enabling bad behavior, so the home is the most logical place for training. Dog training in your home services are designed to make training your dog fun for you and your dog while getting immediate results. All of the dog training in your home training programs are customized to fit your training goals and needs. At Dog Training in Your Home, we are veterinarian recommended and work with any age, any breed of dog. Your first visit is free. So call today. Dog Training in Your Home, 843-360-6033.
Welcome back as we get set for the fourth quarter here on the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Sports Network. My name is Brandon Biscobing, and this has been a pretty good one. It's been very much back and forth. It's been a tale of 3 quarters, essentially. The first one was a defensive battle. The first quarter was a defensive battle, but very back and forth as the Panthers inbound it, and we are underway here in the fourth quarter. Gabby Giracello brings it over the timeline. Passes it, now back over to Giracello. Floater, good. So that was Riley Ward who put that floater in from the far side low block. And it's now 27-24. Vincent with the ball, thought about driving. Now passes it inside to Vereen. Vereen tried to get it to Bryant, but now brings it back, but decided against it and kicks it out. Now Vereen. Vereen near side corner. Now back over to Vincent. Vincent kicks it out to White. White at the point. Now back to Vincent. Vincent at the far side wing. White now. Now Hatchell. Vereen. Vereen now back to White. White back to Vincent. Vincent starts that floater. Off of back iron, no good. Rebounded by McLean. Panthers push up the pace and get the easy lay on as Green lays it in, and now it's a 1-point game. White thought about taking the 3-ball, but decided against it. Now over to Vereen. Vereen, now back to Adea Vereen. Vereen gets her shot blocked, and it's recovered by Giracello. Giracello tries to get it inside, and she does, and the lay-in by McLean is good. Or no, she actually missed it, but the Chiefs are not able to recover it. Niles passes it out. 3-ball, buckets! Riley Ward with the 3-ball, and the Panthers retake the lead. 29-27. And a timeout is called by Coach Smith. And the Chiefs certainly do need a timeout. .5:49 left to go in the game. 29-27, Panthers in the lead. And this game, like I mentioned, this has been a back and forth game. This has been a tale of three quarters. And for the Chiefs, it does not look good, as the third quarter seems to be, the fourth quarter, seems to be a continuation of the third. First quarter was very back and forth. Both teams not playing very well offensively. It was very much of a defensive battle in the first quarter. Chiefs had a great fourth quarter. And since then, had a very good second quarter. But then ever since then, it's been all Panthers in the second half. Vincent with the ball. She'll bring it back out to the timeline. Passes it to Vereen, and she gets it stolen. Trying to drive, and a whistle is blown. And foul will be called on the Chiefs. Riley Vincent will get the foul called on her, and Gabby Giracello will go to the line to shoot two. Or excuse me, she'll go to the line to shoot the 1-and-1, as the Chiefs are now in the bonus. First one, no good. Rebounded by Hatchell. Hatchell passes out. Now to White. White to Vereen. Vereen tries a bounce pass dump in, and a whistle is blown. And it'll remain Chief ball. Ball was deflected out of bounds, so Vereen will trigger the inbound from the baseline. Gets it to White. White brings it far side. Thought about driving, now brings it back out. Vincent to Vereen. Now Adea Vereen tries to put up a shot from the far side elbow, but no good. Misses the rim entirely. Niles with the ball. Tried to get it inside. It's tipped, but it's recovered by McLean. Now the Chiefs steal it, and they'll push. But Vincent will decide to slow it down. A long pass inside. Vereen to Hatchell for the easy lay-in, and now the Chiefs it's all tied up at 29 with 4.5 left to go. Chiefs now steal the ball again. Vincent driving, lay-in, no good, but she'll draw the foul, and she'll head to the line to shoot two. That'll be on Gabby Giracello. And that's her fourth. So that's a big blow for the Panthers. The first free throw is good, nothing but net. And that'll give the Chiefs the lead once again, 30-29 with 4:21 left to go in the game. And the Chiefs will call a timeout. Or excuse me. It will be a timeout by the Lady Panthers. .421 left to go in the game, 30-29, and like I said, this has been a tale of three quarters thus far, and this one looks like it's going to come right down to the wire. Looked like it would be that way to start off the game, but it was more of neither one of these teams was getting much of anything going offensively. So it looked like this was going to be a very defensive game, and overall it has been. with the score only being 30-29. But the Chiefs had a great second quarter, but then struggled in the third and have struggled even more in the fourth. And that's why this game is as close as it is. Chiefs looking to try to get some sort of momentum going. As Riley Vincent heads to the line to shoot two. First free throw by Vincent, the second free throw is good as well. And that'll extend the lead out to two. So it's a 31-29 with 4:20 left to go in the game. Niles thought about driving, now brings it back out, hands it off to Garacello. Garacello thought about it, now drives baseline. Now tried to kick it out, but it's stolen by Vereen. Vincent thought about driving, but now will bring it back out. Passes it to Vereen. Vereen at the far side wing, over to White. White to Vincent. Vincent back to White. White inside, dump in, kick out. Long two by Vincent, no good. Rebounded by the Panthers. Niles drives. She'll go coast to coast, kick out. A floater from the low block by Riley Ward is good. And it's a tie ball game once again with 3.5 left to go in the game. White brings it up over the timeline. Vereen thought a stutter step, long two, no good. Rebounded by McLean. Garacello will slow down the pace. Tried to pass it inside to McLean, but it's stolen by Vereen. Now a scramble for the ball, still up for grabs, and a jump ball will be called. Possession arrow will favor the Chiefs. But the Coach Smith is yelling that she thinks that should have been a foul. It was a scramble for the ball, but she thought that the Panther defender pushed off. But either way, it is Chiefs ball. As Vincent will bring it over the timeline, now to White. White brings it over, now passes it back to Vincent. Vincent stutter step over to Hatchell. Hatchell drives baseline, kicks out to White. White now resets near side wing. Now Vereen, now back over to White. White back to Vincent. Vincent stutter step, drives, and lays it in. Great stutter step dribble drive by Riley Vincent. And it's 33-31. Chiefs retake the lead. Garacello with the ball. Now kicks it out. Now passes it inside. And it's stolen by White. White loses the ball, however, but the lay-in attempt, the open lay-in attempt by Thompson is no good, and the Chiefs are able to recover. The mistake by White is not capitalized on by the Panthers. And a whistle is blown. And a timeout is called by the Chiefs. So 1:43 left to go in the game, 33-31. And this is a great way to start off the 2020-2021 basketball season with a good game, and it looks like this one's going to come right down to the wire. Chiefs up by 2, 33-31. And they just need to start playing better offensively. They just need to be more efficient and effective offensively. They want to win this game. Vereen will trigger the inbound, gets it to Hatchell. Hatchell, far side wing. Vincent now with the ball at the point, at the timeline. Over to Vereen. Vereen to White. White over to Vereen. Vereen will get knocked out of bounds, but they will say no foul, and it will be Panther ball. Niles to trigger the inbound. Ward will bring it up. Ward stutter step, thought about driving, now back out. Thompson thought about taking a three, now passes it inside. Lane attempt by McLean, no good. Scramble for the ball, still up for grabs, and Hatchell will come up with it. And timeout will be called by the Chiefs. And nice job by Hatchell calling the timeout to avoid the jump ball, which if it would have been a jump ball, possession arrow would have favored the Panthers. 1:05 left to go in the game. And the one thing that may help, that certainly helps the Chiefs, is the fact that they're already in, or excuse me, that helps the Panthers, is that they're already in the bonus. So any foul on the Chiefs will get the Panthers to the line for a 1-and-1. So that the Chiefs have to be careful on that level, as the tomahawk chop gets played here at the reservation, as trying to get the Chiefs faithful inspired and on their feet. Like I mentioned, probably about 40% capacity here tonight, and obviously with COVID and everything, everyone's masked up, everyone's staying safe, making sure that we get this season in. Hatchell to trigger the inbound, gets it to Vereen. Vereen to Berger. Berger getting a bit of pressure on her, but she's able to get out of it. Spin move to get away from her defender, but an errant pass is stolen by the Panthers. Now passing it inside. Lay-in is good by Niles, and it's a 33-32 game with 39 seconds left to go. Vincent drives, lane attempt, no good. Rebounded by Ward. Ward will push up, kick out, three ball, buckets. Three ball by Allie Niles, and it's now 35-33 Panthers. Vincent drives, thought about it, now kicks out to Hatchell. Hatchell three ball, off back iron, no good. Offensive rebound by Vereen. Vereen puts it up, no good, but she draws the foul with 10 seconds left to go. And the Chiefs are down by 3. 36-33 with 10.1 seconds left to go. And Destiny Vereen needs to make these free throws. First one up, good. 36-34. Chiefs need to make this one and foul immediately thereafter, as the Panthers will call a timeout to ice Vereen. Both teams are now out of timeouts. So if the free throw is missed, the Chiefs are going to need to get down the court. The Chiefs need to make this free throw and then need to foul quickly. But the problem is that they don't have any timeouts now. So if the first free throw is missed by the Panthers, they don't have the ability to call a timeout and set up a play. Coach Smith needs to get her team ready and get a play set up in this final timeout as they come out of the timeout. And Destiny Vereen steps up to the line once again. Second free throw up, good. 36-35 with 10.1 seconds left. Full court press on. They try it, and it's a 5-second violation on the Panthers, and the Chiefs get the ball back with 10 seconds left to go in their territory. The Chiefs will inbound from the Panthers baseline. Gets it inside. Lane attempt, no good. Hatchell puts it back and in. 37-35, 5 seconds left to go. Full court press. Panthers get the double team, and the time expires. And there's some confusion. It should be 30. It should be. Some confusion here as the scoreboard operator apparently didn't change something or something. I had 37-36, Chiefs in the lead. Everyone else seemed to have it that way. And now the ref is at the scorer's table trying to calculate out the score. There's 1.6 seconds left on the clock as of right now. The clock expired. But we'll see what happens here. So, and there they go. They officially fix it. It is 37-36. They are still going to keep the 1.6 seconds left on the clock. So it's basically a catch-and-shoot situation for the Panthers. They get it out, and a great job by Adea Vereen to tip it away. And as time expires, and the Chiefs win a thriller here, 37-36. A great job by North Myrtle Beach fighting back. They had a great second quarter, but the Panthers did a good job coming back, tying the game up, keeping the game close, but a great job by the Chiefs of redeeming themselves and getting themselves back in gear, getting themselves back ready to go, and being able to finish off a great game. So once again, final score 37-36. Chiefs win a nail biter to go to 1-0. This to start off the season. We'll take a quick break and come right back with some final stats and some post-game analysis. Once again, final score 37-36. Chiefs win a nail-biter here in the first game of the regular season.
Dog training in your home started in Charlotte, North Carolina in 1989. In 2017, the Columbia office branched out and started serving the Myrtle Beach and surrounding areas. Dog training in your home comes to you. In many cases, your dog's home environment is enabling bad behavior, so the home is the most logical place for training. Dog training in your home services are designed to make training your dog fun for you and your dog while getting immediate results. All of the dog training in your home training programs are customized to fit your training goals and needs. At Dog Training in Your Home, we are veterinarian recommended and work with any age, any breed of dog. Your first visit is free. So call today. Dog Training in Your Home, 843-360-6033.
Welcome back, as we're still waiting on the board, so probably we'll give you the final stats and everything during the boys' broadcast during the pregame show. But what a great way of winning this, winning the first game of the season for the Chiefs. They did a great job, a great second quarter, and a great job after struggling for the majority of the second half, being able to bounce back, battle back, and win a nail-biter, win a thriller to start off the season. And they go on to 1-0. They will next face off against Loris on Friday. So be sure to tune in for that. But don't forget, coming up next, we got some boys basketball coming up as the Chiefs take on the Panthers right here on the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Sports Network. Once again, final score, 37-36. Lady Chiefs win a nail-biter. We'll be right back on the next stream